Welcome to Signal Post Daily, your human-curated AI-delivered tech and AI news briefing, episode 17 for Friday, November 7th, 2025.
Hey, I'm Jess, and we've got quite the lineup today. And it's Friday, so let's keep it light and fun.
And I'm John, and we do have a good mix. Starting heavy with Elon and Tesla, Google mixing Gemini into more of its platforms, Microsoft forming a superintelligence group. Then we've got gaming news as a preview to our Saturday show. Let's start with Tesla's shareholders voting to approve Elon Musk's $1 trillion pay package.
1 trillion. With a T. I keep saying it, and it still doesn't feel real. That's genuinely astronomical.
I know, but here's the context that makes this less crazy than it sounds. The board chair explicitly warned shareholders that if they rejected it, Musk could walk. So they were basically told vote yes or lose your CEO.
That feels problematic on the surface, but I get the logic from the board's perspective. Musk is Tesla. He's the vision behind their robotics ambitions, their self-driving technology, their entire future roadmap. Unlike most CEOs, he's essentially betting his net worth on the company's success. He's not just managing, he's building what he believes will be transformative technology.
Exactly. And here's how the structure actually works. It's entirely equity-based with performance milestones. We're talking autonomous vehicle breakthroughs, robotics scaling, specific revenue targets. If Tesla doesn't deliver on these milestones, he doesn't get it. The $1 trillion is theoretical. Best case scenario if everything hits.
So it's not like he's getting a giant check tomorrow?
No, it's tied to actual company performance. And some analysts are comparing him to Steve Jobs, visionary leaders who are hard to replace. Whether that's fair, we can debate, but the market clearly thinks Musk is irreplaceable.
Fair enough. Could he become the world's first trillionaire from this if Tesla's valuation grows and those milestones hit? Yeah. And if I'm a shareholder believing in the robotics vision, Musk staying is probably worth the dilution risk.
That's the argument. The alternative from the board's perspective is he leaves and takes his vision elsewhere, which would be catastrophic for Tesla.
Right. But here's my pushback. He's now betting on an enormous vision. Autonomous vehicles at scale globally, humanoid robots everywhere, and now he's saying Tesla needs to build its own chip fabrication plant to make it happen.
Which brings us to story 2. Elon's announcing Tesla is building a gigantic chip fab. I know it sounds absolutely crazy. Tesla becoming a semiconductor manufacturer is a completely different business than automotive.
Completely different business, different supply chains, different expertise. How is this even possible?
You know, the logic is actually sound if you think about it. If Tesla's scaling robotics globally and pushing autonomous vehicles at speed, they need massive quantities of specialized AI chips. NVIDIA's supply is finite, and if you're Elon trying to move fast on Optimus robots and autonomous driving, relying on an external supplier becomes a massive bottleneck.
Okay, but building a fab is insanely capital intensive. I mean, tens of billions of dollars up front, like tons of technical expertise you don't have in-house. Is he confident he can pull this off?
He mentioned potentially collaborating with Intel, which suggests maybe not going solo. Could be a partnership model. Let Intel handle some capacity while Tesla builds specialized chips for their specific needs. Chips optimized for robotics and autonomous driving workloads.
That makes way more sense than Tesla trying to compete with TSMC overnight. But do we have any actual timeline on this? Is this happening in 5 years? 10 years?
The reporting doesn't nail down specifics, which is frustrating. But Musk historically overpromises on timelines, so I'd be cautious. That said, the fact he's announcing it now signals this is serious.
And if he actually pulls this off, they'd have vertically integrated chip production. That's a massive competitive advantage that could reshape how they scale globally.
Exactly right. They'd control their own supply chain for AI infrastructure. That's huge from a strategic perspective.
All right. So we've got Elon making bold bets across autonomous vehicles, robotics, and now semiconductors. What else is happening today?
Google's integrating Gemini AI into Google Finance with something called Deep Search. And before you say Deep Search is just marketing for, we added machine learning, it's actually more functional than that.
Okay, I'm listening. What does it actually do?
Users can research complex financial data, access prediction market information in real time, and get AI analysis during corporate earnings calls. So it can parse earnings transcripts, cross-reference market data, and surface insights that would take hours of research manually.
That's actually useful for traders and serious investors, I'll admit. But here's my concern. If Gemini gives bad financial advice, who's responsible? And Google's analyzing all your financial research with Gemini. So we're talking about major data collection on top of all the surveillance they already do.
Fair points. Google's legal team is definitely handling liability with disclaimers, but you're right about the privacy angle. If you're already using Google Finance, they're collecting data anyway. The AI layer just makes it more useful to you.
I mean, it's still a trade-off, though. More intelligence, less privacy. And there's something unsettling about Google having even deeper insight into your financial research and decision-making.
Totally valid concern. But here's what's striking: the pattern. Yesterday, we covered Gemini in Maps for navigation, new AI mode in Chrome with more agentic features. Today, it's finance. Google's using their existing products as distribution channels for new AI capabilities everywhere.
So they're essentially weaponizing their massive installed user base to roll out new AI features?
That's one way to frame it. For traders, having AI that understands market data and prediction markets might outweigh the privacy costs. But it feels like this is building to something bigger. Maybe a Gemini 3.0 announcement.
3.0 is coming soon? Yes. Still no firm dates. But Google's signaling they're deeply committed to embedding AI across their entire ecosystem, not just in one or two products.
That's my read. It's a distribution strategy, but also a statement about where Google sees AI going long term.
Okay, what about Microsoft? They're also making AI moves?
They just announced a dedicated team focused on developing superintelligence, AI more powerful than human intelligence. This appears to be distinct from their other AI work. They're forming a dedicated team, pulling resources, making an organizational shift. It's not just marketing.
So Microsoft is hedging against their OpenAI partnership by building independent capability?
That's part of it. But they're also publicly saying they want AI capable of making breakthroughs in science and medicine while serving humanity. Big moonshots.
But here's what bugs me. We don't even have consensus on how to safely build superintelligence. We're still figuring out AI safety, interpretability, alignment at the current level. Superintelligence adds exponential complexity to all of that.
That's a completely legitimate concern.
So Microsoft's basically saying, we're going to aim for God-level AI without having fully solved the safety questions first?
Right. And they're saying it'll be aligned with human values. But that's kind of vague when you're talking about superintelligence.
What does alignment actually mean at that scale?
Good question. Whether this becomes their primary focus or remains a moonshot division is unclear too. But it definitely signals Microsoft's serious about competing in advanced AI development independently, not just partnering with OpenAI.
So we've got Elon scaling everything, Google embedding Gemini everywhere, Microsoft building superintelligence. Last story. Any lighter news?
Well, kind of. Rockstar Games delayed Grand Theft Auto 6 again, now launching November 2026 instead of May.
Come on, Rockstar. How many delays is this now?
Second official delay. And honestly, is anyone actually surprised? Rockstar's legendary for taking forever with these games.
Fair, but pushing from May to November, that's a 6-month slip. Are they confident November is the final date?
The reporting doesn't give us confidence either way, but strategically, they're staying in the holiday 2026 window, which is smart for sales.
So they're not losing the holiday season entirely. But the gaming community's been patient, and delayed expectations wear on people.
Totally. And GTA 6 is supposedly the most ambitious game Rockstar's ever made. Multiple cities, unprecedented scope, cutting-edge everything. That requires time, but yeah, 2 delays test patience.
At what point does scope become the enemy, though? Should they just ship what they have?
That's the eternal tension. Players want the vision fully realized, but that takes time. Rockstar's betting November delivery is worth the wait. And hey, we do a full gaming deep dive every Saturday on Signal Post Daily, so tune in tomorrow for more on this. Saturday's normally our upbeat gaming show, but this one's a bummer for fans.
Friday finished, folks. If you've got thoughts on any of today's stories, Elon's trillion-dollar package, Tesla's chip fab plans, Google's Gemini expansion, Microsoft's superintelligence push, or whether Rockstar ships GTA 6 on time, we want to hear from you. Slide into our DMs at Red Mesa Studios and let us know.
Send your comments and questions to feedback@signalpostdaily.com. We read everything, and your perspective genuinely shapes what we cover next.
We'll be back tomorrow with our full gaming edition. Join us Saturday for that deep dive.
Have a great rest of your Friday, everyone, and thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.